I was halfway through the dragging quiet of a night shift, the kind that seeps into your bones, when the loudspeaker crackled. Code 3 incoming. Critical case. I barely registered it until I caught the names. My wife, my son, my brother. The sound of those names hit me like gunfire. I ran. I don't remember my feet even touching the floor, only the hall blurring around me and those cold, flickering hospital lights above, like they were warning me. Then I saw them, still, bleeding, unconscious. A doctor stepped into my path. His expression was composed, but his trembling hands betrayed him. "You can't see them yet," he said. In that moment, I wasn't a husband. I wasn't a father. I wasn't even human. I was instinct wrapped in flesh, tearing through every shred of logic. "Why?" I asked, though even my voice sounded like it came from someone else. He glanced down. "The police will explain once they arrive." That was the instant I knew my heart had only been pretending it wasn't shattered. I met her in med school, bonded through exhaustion, ambition, and the kind of isolation only long hours can create. Falling for her felt natural. We carved a life out of routine, rushed coffees, synced calendars, war stories from the ER. When our son was born, she gave up her residency, told me she wanted to be there for him. I believed her. My brother Nate had always been the untethered one, drifted through jobs, women, countries. I bailed him out once, cleared his debts, took him in when he said he wanted a fresh start. I noticed the way her smile lingered longer when Nate was in the room, how her eyes followed him while he made coffee. I brushed it off, convinced myself it was nothing, until I couldn't anymore. The signs crept in quietly. Her phone always face down, laughter cutting short when I walked in late-night grocery runs. And one day, the way she said his name, it was just a little too soft. One night, I woke up to hushed voices outside the window. Her voice, his. I stayed still. I didn't confront them. I just listened. Do you think he knows? No. He trusts me too much. The silence that followed was louder than any affair could have been. I didn't scream. I didn't storm out. I began documenting everything, collecting facts like a detective, not a man betrayed. Revenge doesn't wear anger. It wears patience. First, her phone. She hadn't removed my old Apple ID from her backup. I watched their messages unfold like slow poison. Pictures, hotel meetups, snide jokes about my night shifts. I saved every piece. Nate had a past. His criminal record had been cleaned, but traces remained. I found one, an old business account under a fake name. Fraud. Enough to pull a thread. I hired a private investigator. Discreet. Surgical. What he uncovered went beyond what I expected. Motel receipts, surveillance footage. One video showed them leaving a room, with my son walking behind them. I built my case. Step 1, custody. I filed for full custody, citing danger and instability. Armed with evidence, my attorney tore through courtroom. The judge sided with me. She lost shared custody. Step 2, career. I anonymously mailed the footage and financial records to her licensing board. Ethical breach. They launched an investigation. Her license reapplication? Denied. Step 3, Nate. I turned over the fraud documents to the police anonymously, just a concerned citizen. That was enough. His assets were frozen. An investigation opened. But the real blow didn't come through legal documents. It came when I rewrote my will. I removed her name, leaving everything to our son. Then I sent her the updated version with a single sentence. "This is the only part of me you ever truly loved." So when they rolled in that night, bloodied, broken, I already knew. Not the details, but the direction. They'd been driving out of town. She was behind the wheel. Nate beside her. Our son in the back seat. Speed. Rain. Alcohol. She lost control. One car. 3 bodies. One secret ripped open by steel and storm. The police arrived hours later. I sat outside the trauma unit. Scrubs drenched in someone else's blood. Maybe some of mine, too. They confirmed what I already suspected. DUI. Reckless endangerment. Charges pending. My son had a broken arm and a concussion. He would live. Nate was in a coma. She woke up with handcuffs clipped to the bed rail. I never visited her. She sent letters, left voicemails, sobbing through apologies, said she was lost, said she still loved me. I sent her one thing, the signed divorce decree. My son looks at me with questions he can't yet form. I answer with attention. Trips to the park, walks to school, therapy sessions. We're rebuilding one piece at a time. She lost her career. Nate lost his freedom. What they truly lost was the illusion that my silence meant weakness. I didn't scream. I simply told the truth. The night she was sentenced, I sat at the back of the courtroom. She never turned around, never looked at anyone. The judge called her reckless. I called her forgotten. People ask how I kept calm. It's simple. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. But when they show your child who they are, you make sure that image never becomes a reflection. I was a husband, a brother, a father. Now, I'm just a man who remembered his worth and reminded them of it, one quiet, deliberate cut at a time.